Hello Timeless Sagas fans, and welcome back to another episode where we dive into the depths of human history and culture. Today, we'll be exploring the ancient and complex history of Judaism, one of the world's oldest monotheistic religions, and a key influencer on Western society. Judaism, a religion that has spanned over 3,500 years, is not just a faith, but a story of a people. The history of Judaism is the story of the Israelites, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are believed to have lived around 2000 BCE. As we embark on this journey, be prepared to encounter tales of perseverance, tragedy, and triumph, all of which have helped shape the Jewish people and the world we know today. Our story begins with the patriarch Abraham, who was born in the ancient city of Ur, in present-day Iraq. According to the Hebrew Bible, or the Tanakh, God called upon Abraham to leave his homeland and journey to a new land, which would become known as the land of Israel, or Canaan. This covenant between God and Abraham marked the beginning of Judaism as a distinct faith. As Abraham's descendants grew in number, they experienced their fair share of trials and tribulations. The story of Joseph, one of Jacob's 12 sons, is a prime example. Joseph's jealous brothers sold him into slavery in Egypt, but through a series of events, Joseph rose to power as the Pharaoh's trusted advisor. Eventually, Joseph's family joined him in Egypt, where they lived for generations. Over time, the Israelites found themselves enslaved by the Egyptian Pharaoh, until one man rose to challenge this tyranny. Enter Moses, the great prophet and liberator. As told in the book of Exodus, Moses demanded that the Pharaoh set the Israelites free. When the Pharaoh refused, Moses warned him that God would unleash 10 plagues upon Egypt. With each plague, the Pharaoh's resolve weakened, and after the final plague, the death of the firstborn, he agreed to let the Israelites go. Moses led his people out of Egypt, and the Israelites soon found themselves at Mount Sinai, where God revealed the 10 Commandments. These commandments form the basis of Jewish law and morality, and their importance cannot be overstated. It was also during this time that the Israelites began their journey through the desert, a 40-year trek that would test their faith and resilience. After the death of Moses, the Israelites, now led by Joshua, finally reached the Promised Land. They conquered Canaan and divided it among the 12 tribes of Israel. This period of Israelite history is known as the era of the Judges, a time when the Israelites were governed by a series of leaders who were both military and spiritual in nature. But the Israelites yearned for a monarchy, which led to the rise of the first king of Israel, Saul. However, Saul's reign was marred by his disobedience to God, and he was eventually replaced by David, a young shepherd who had defeated the giant Goliath. Under David's rule, the Israelites experienced a golden age, which continued under the reign of his son, Solomon. During Solomon's reign, the magnificent First Temple was built in Jerusalem, a structure that would become the spiritual center of the Jewish people. Sadly, this era of prosperity and unity would not last. Upon Solomon's death, the kingdom split into two, the kingdom of Israel in the north, and the kingdom of Judah in the south. Over the next several centuries, the Jewish people faced numerous challenges, including invasions, conquests, and exiles. In 722 BCE, the Assyrians conquered the kingdom of Israel, scattering its inhabitants and causing the 10 lost tribes to disappear from history. The kingdom of Judah, however, managed to survive until 586 BCE, when the Babylonians, led by King Nebuchadnezzar II, destroyed the first temple and exiled the Jewish people to Babylon. The Babylonian exile was a dark time for the Jewish people, but it also marked a turning point. In 539 BCE, the Persian king Cyrus the Great conquered Babylon and allowed the Jews to return to their homeland. Under Persian rule, the Jewish people rebuilt the temple in Jerusalem, creating what is now known as the Second Temple. The next few centuries saw the Jewish people persevere under various foreign rulers, including the Greeks and Romans. In 167 BCE, the Jewish people, led by the Maccabees, revolted against the Greek ruler Antiochus IV, who had desecrated the Second Temple. The Maccabees' victory is celebrated during the Jewish festival of Hanukkah. In 70 CE, the Romans, led by future Emperor Titus, destroyed the Second Temple, marking the beginning of the Jewish diaspora, a period of dispersion and exile for the Jewish people. Despite this tragedy, Jewish life and culture continued to flourish in various regions, particularly in the Mediterranean and the Middle East. The Middle Ages brought significant challenges to the Jewish people, including the Crusades, blood libel accusations, and expulsions from various European countries. Nonetheless, Jewish intellectual and spiritual life continued to thrive, giving rise to important works such as the Talmud, a compilation of Jewish law and teachings. The Enlightenment in the 18th century brought about new opportunities for the Jewish people as they began to integrate into European society and contribute to the fields of science, arts, and politics. However, anti-Semitism persisted, culminating in the horrors of the Holocaust during World War II. In the aftermath of the Holocaust, the State of Israel was established in 1948, creating a homeland for the Jewish people once again. Today, the Jewish people continue to face both challenges and triumphs as they work to preserve their ancient faith and heritage. As we conclude our journey through the history of Judaism, we can see that it is a story of survival, resilience, and faith. From the patriarchs to the modern state of Israel, the Jewish people have faced countless challenges, yet their enduring spirit and devotion to their faith remain unwavering. This timeless saga serves as a testament to the strength of a people and the power of their beliefs. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history of Judaism. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Timeless Sagas for more fascinating stories from the annals of human history. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the past to understand the present.